Hello! So, some spooky dragons are making a return to DML in the next week. So, it is going to be Friday the 13th, which, you know, there's some saying about that being a spooky time of year, mostly because of the movie and whatever else that came out. But this girl here, the Gloom Lady, and possibly some other Halloweenish themed dragons will be coming to DML. And the reason that we know about this is because on Facebook, DML posted this little mini event schedule thing. Don't really know what you want to call it. It's kind of like a calendar almost. But this shows us that on April 12th to the 15th, we have a Gloom Gem, whatever that is, probably a gem spending event for the Gloom Lady that I have on screen. And on Friday the 13th's collection, that is between April 13th to 15th, they don't show us anything, but my guess is probably that some Halloween themed dragons will be coming back either in the dungeon, either in card packs, or something like that. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, but either way, we got some spooky stuff coming. And obviously on top of that, we have the Dragon of the Week, which is the Astronaut Dragon. We have the Farming Fanatic, a crowded nursery event, and the Great Dragon Race going on through the week. So, you know how last week we got that special gold spending event? Hopefully either the crowded nursery or the Farming Fanatic, maybe, that will have some of the weird spooky Halloween themed dragons in it as well. I mean, that's my hope. Obviously, the last Halloween event we got some dragons like the Muerte, and I don't know, what other spooky dragons do we actually have? I mean, the Reaper's pretty scary, but he is just readily available at all times, so let's not make him one of the event dragons, if you would. The Rock Snake is a pretty weird dragon, but he was available not too long ago. I don't know, what do you even class as a spooky dragon? Most of them look pretty cute, if anything. Obviously, we've got the Eyeball as well. He could be coming back. There's a lot of different Halloween stuff, and obviously, Spooky Friday makes sense that they'd be bringing it all back now. So be on the lookout for that. I'm sure there'll be some more info coming soon enough for all of us, which is good to go, basically. And there is a promotion on at the moment for the Liberty Dragon for anyone that wants it. It's kind of a expensive bundle, £12. And normally if it's like over £4, I'm like, that's a little bit on the expensive side. I mean, we already have our own Liberty Dragon anyway, so a lot of these bundle dragons, we already own them. So I'm getting to the point where I'm like, a new bundle, a dragon I already have, you know, get out of here. I don't care that much. So if it is there, if you need it, I would recommend not buying it probably, but it depends on how desperate you are for the dragon. The calendar event, I have not been logging in as often as I should have, admittedly, but we should easily be able to finish it off, get the enchantment tickets, get the dragon tickets and everything, so that should be good as well. But of course, in the meantime, we do have the dragon race stuff to do. So do I have a ruin to collect from? God damn, I don't. Why do I never, ever have anything in the ruins? Should really fix that, because so many times I have to re-roll that quest because I just want stuff instantly. If anything, maybe I should just do it for the early ruin, which is like an hour long, and just collect that. I probably should. I don't know. If I've been going like 3 and a bit years now and I still don't do that, I mean, it's probably just like an old habit at this point, so it'll take a little bit of effort to get rid of it. And come on, I was gonna say, surely we've pet our dragons 19 times. Feels like a bajillion sometimes. But let's get all of these questies done. Let's replace all of these random dragons with Andy. And I did mention a couple of videos ago about how the dungeon was supposedly harder. And I have been seeing a few screenshots of people and their experience in the dungeon. So if you have a full team of level 80 4-star enchanted dragons, it seems like the dungeon dragons are also level 80 to level 81 fully enchanted as well. So for a lot of people, the dungeon is basically level 88s versus level 88s. So for some people, it seems like the dungeon has gotten exceedingly much harder. For us, it isn't difficult still, and I think that's because we only have 2 level 80s so far. But it just makes you think. Remember how everyone so long ago was saying, it doesn't matter what dragons you level up and use because DML's an easy game, you know? It doesn't matter what dragons that you fully level up. If you like him, you use him because you can do those online battles no matter what. Well, we've finally gotten to the time where it has been proven that if your team composition isn't good, you can't do the dungeon anymore, you can't do the gold vaults anymore. And considering that there was an update to the dungeon, I think it's very possible that we might see an update to the dungeon one day. So maybe we'll get new dungeon dragons and stuff. And if that happens, it makes me think, what the heck are all those people gonna do that now have a team that cannot do the dungeon? Is it actually just ripping pepperonis for them? Have they, like, royally screwed themselves over? There's a possibility. Maybe they will lower the levels of the dungeon dragons a little bit more again at some point because, you know, it is pretty extreme. Like, if you don't have pretty much 2 shadow dragons, a plant dragon, and a really defensive dragon or a divine, you can't really do those fights. So, like I've always been saying, don't make your team around crappy dragons that you think look cute. I mean, you can if you want, but you're gonna make your life a lot harder at the end of the day. If you want the game to be 20 times harder than it needs to be, you go ahead and do that, but that's gonna be only you to blame. And I've been saying it for years now, that there's a chance it might happen. And people are like, no, Quack, stop being ridiculous. Let people use the dragons they want. Yeah, well, I mean, I was just trying to warn you that this could happen. And now everyone's losing their marbles over it. Like, why have you done this? Why have you made the game challenging again? And crying about it all over social media. And I mean, it is a casual game. So to an extent, I kind of agree. It's like, isn't this meant to be a kid's game? Like, super simple, super simplistic. And then they just go ahead and make you go against, like, level 90 opponents, pretty much. So, I do get where they're coming from. But at the same time, a couple of these people are the same people that have said, yeah, it doesn't matter what dragons you use a full team of fire dragons if you want. It's all about having fun. Except now you can't progress in the game anymore in certain parts. So, you know, it may suck that your little fire dragon, which was your first dragon, your dearly beloved original guy, he may be useless now, but don't say you weren't warned. Because by golly gosh, you were warned by me. You know, I guess it's finally getting to a point, you know, like Pokemon, I guess, in a sense, where certain teams just aren't good enough. Like, the Pokemon themselves, their stats are too low. Even if they're your favourite, you can't use them in competitive battling because they, you know, they're just not good enough. And this could have happened years back in DML and probably would have saved a lot of people the hassle. But, you know, terrible legendary team comps full of like garbage like the Cosmos Dragon and the Guardian. I'm seeing a lot of those team comps failing now. So, I'm pretty confident that between Andy, our Hermes, and whatever our third team member is going to be, I'm pretty sure we would easily be able to do those fights still, because we would still be close to one-shotting the epics if we train the dragon up. Just like how you see me do in the arena. You know, if we can one-shot an enemy, that's it. That fight is done. Easiest thing in the world. But people that don't have Shadow, don't have Plant, don't have Divine, they are struggling a lot. So I hope this makes some people reconsider the teams that they're going to make. Because, you know, people ask all the time, Quacks, what dragon should I use? What elements are the best? And I always say, you know, it's your own choice, but these are the ones that almost everyone seems to agree are the best out there. And they do one-shot stuff, or, you know, the tick damage will kill them. So, you know, I'll warn you again. You know, really consider what your late game team's gonna be, because you don't want to get to the point where you have a full team of level 80s, and then the game's harder for you. You don't want to get to that point where you've invested millions and millions of food, and then your team sucks major baloney. You don't want to get to that stage. And this is what I've been warning people about. Even I want to replace my Hermes Dragon with something better. And we'll do that one day. But because our Autumn Dragon is just such a strong dragon, we don't really need to worry about that anytime soon. We can upgrade our Lantern Dragon if we want. And we shouldn't even have to worry too much. But hey ho. You know, people keep doing what they want to do. That's up to them at the end of the day. Do whatever you want to do, but you know, you just got to accept that if you make it harder for yourself, you've only got yourself to blame. That's not the devs' fault that you made a terrible team. That's your own fault. You know, even though I think it should be a little bit easier than they've made it, still your own fault at the end of the day. Anyways, I am probably going to skedaddly. Oh god, I just realized I'm in Dragon Scale League 3. That's how much I've been at home recently. Like, you could probably tell from the upload schedule anyway, but I'm in Dragon Scale League 3. Jeez, we have gone down. Rip in Ripperonis us. But, you know, anyway, look out for those special Halloween-themed, scary-themed dragons. Maybe we'll see the Bajau come back, because he's kind of weird. He's like some weird ghost thing. So maybe we'll see him. Maybe we'll see some other dragons on sale. Maybe we'll see a new dragon on sale. You never know. You never know. But thank you a ton for watching. As always, I love you. Mwah. And until next time, I'll see you then.